What's the vibe, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jade and welcome to Pretty in Jade Gaming. You're back for another episode of Danganronpa. This time it's part freaking 19. Y'all, what a journey it's been so far, and it's sad. I'm so sad to say that this game is coming to an end. Like, this is a bittersweet moment. I'm extra happy to see how this game ends, but I'm also like kind of feeling like a little, you know, some type of way because we started this game at the beginning of the year and we're halfway through the year already. It's already June. Danganronpa is coming to an end, but don't you worry, guys. I've told some of y'all in the comments, and maybe some of y'all have seen it already, but I do have Danganronpa 2 sitting in my library, so I just need to find the time to settle down and unwind. Anyways, you guys, not even gonna hold y'all any longer. If you ain't seen part 18, this is not a recap. Go ahead and watch all 18 and come back here, okay? So with that being said, let's play a game. I want to play a game, so let's get into the game. First of all, let's turn off auto. So it said the ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door behind you, right? Come on. Bring your key. Hey, Kyoko. We can use that key of yours to open up the door, right? Come on, come up these steps.
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good to me. We quickly opened up the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. That was easy. All it took was a key. Finally, we were finally free. We ain't free yet, but there wasn't even a time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, effort, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death, deadly life, ultimate everything. Dang, how many ultimates? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Dang. Okay, boots on the ground. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. First of all, Makoto, why'd you not let Kyoko go first? She's a girl. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Makoto, you should have let that girl go first. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind out of it. Off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you right now. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. They convicted everybody. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Oh, okay. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must do to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Nothing.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about. You don't know what he did, Makoto. There's nothing I wanted to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him. Face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and I was young, and as young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was Makoto. There is no reason. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work that I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy that he didn't take me with him. I know that's right, girl. If I had gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. Did something just skip around my eye tripping? I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Oh, for your family member, it's crazy. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow had been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? No. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I just kept on climbing. Oh, I said nothing. And just kept climbing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Okay, now what do we do when we get to the top? What do we do? How long do y'all think it's been? This looks like it.
Indeed.
Oh, looks like this is it. On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain this is where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Ooh, what happens when Monokuma finds us? Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so here we are. Oh, everybody's asleep. Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I would have never gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Can we leave, or do I need to talk to her some more? So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. It's not in the rules. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. Very true. It's not in the rules. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. Monokuma. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Yeah, call him. Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should keep up with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okie dokie. Why should he be in the gym though?
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
making me angry.
So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel like you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, then that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey! What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
In response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and tried to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid, even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of
that
evidence.
doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little bit more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because of what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. He's pissed.
Hey,
Of course, you can say that we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. I'm looking at the camera like I'm talking to freaking Monica Wynn. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
True.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow school regulations. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
So, well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. She's taking a gamble. Okay, Celeste. The spirit of Celeste is acting. Interesting.
Barrett,
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
what's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys,
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree with your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
barely contain myself.
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett,
But this is one long awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
you guys,
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. Yikes. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself.
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for something. Went too fast. That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school. Come on, Otto. Then you win. It's either too fast or too slow. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how all this has turned out. And when everybody else finds Makoto, they're gonna be like, what the heck? But before we get things started, I wanna clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it is a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's a part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry.
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why are you so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later on anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. Okay, Monokuma, we know.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. She's thinking. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so,
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen,
And what'd you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed,
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
however,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so,
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem,
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. So if those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
The mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct,
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point.
hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right,
Makoto always asking the question. And for those who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. I don't even know if I read that right. Okay. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
it's true,
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At the least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any one of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Poor Junko.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, so they made me out to be the killer. But even then, that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire world outside, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion to prove to the world that despair is better than hope, that they have to defeat us in the perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have shown that they violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. Well, she is the ultimate detective.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh, and I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I had shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyways, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. Can we go get some sleep? If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. Are they asleep? True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is to work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone. Even Kuya.
however,
Is that really possible?
anyway,
Right now, we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in their dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, we shall. And suddenly, we were greeted with... Oh, not a malfunction. You again. Words. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached this limit. You might as well go on out of here. We don't know what you're saying. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what all of that was about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah, our friends.
Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Our friends.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
That's the nicest thing he's ever said about me.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Here he go. Pennies and nickels. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. Everybody get a hug. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Yuck. Get away! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. They ruined the mood, ruined the vibes.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to tell everybody. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Ooh, no, go back.
But
Go back. No, I don't want to hear none of that. I missed it.
Makoto.
Yes.
It's true.
I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of her doing it? Makoto killed her, right? Hero, don't piss me off. No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro? Kuya just said
That's
that.
right.
It was all in an elaborate trap contrived. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You made it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with. And that is why I went and negotiated with them to have one more trial.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean that they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. They're like, why'd you gamble my life like that? Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Hey, everyone! Everyone!
Hate you!
Hey! Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us. Yeah, somebody's gonna say it. I'm fine with the way things are. I'm fine with living forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive battle, final battle. A rather interesting development, I say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint?
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind is really the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Ooh, Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is one of... There were 15 of us in the main hall. Oh, Toko's reading. Yeah, I'm and added Mukuro and you get 16. Who? So the mastermind would have been one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now? Ooh, is he saying one of them is them? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Well, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all of that to confuse us. He's gonna pop up. Oh. It's certainly a possibility, but one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? An ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they would have had to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. And in that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. True. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. All right then, okay.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms. This word is tripping me up. Okay, whatever. Moving on.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. We need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. You have an ego. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Bye, Kuya. Good luck. After making his final statement, Kuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee without cream. Or coffee. You're totally useless. Bye, Toko. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. I'm gonna go by myself too.
You know?
Oh. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Okay. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. At least she knows. At least she knows. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was surprisingly in high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Who's the other person? Oh, I thought Kyoko left. Okay. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. We need to go to that second floor or whatever. No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. Yeah, we do, or everybody dies. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. Makoto, don't drag it out. Don't drag it out. I have to prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Oh my gosh, he's dragging it. He's dragging it. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity. It's all the mystery of the school. Yes, we know this. Yes. And then we can all escape together. Investigate. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I don't know. Let's start with the rooms that were locked up until yes, let's go. The mastermind's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Ooh. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms. Yes, that's where I think we should go. After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. All right, time to get started. Okay, ooh, we got a long list. Okay. Well, I guess we should go, to the 5th floor? What room is this? Okay, well, we might as well just go in here then. We're already on the 5th floor. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? All right, let's start left to right. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Really? Is it? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean the biolab is actually a morgue? Is that where everybody's bodies is? I should probably take a closer look around. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9. So I think there's like 6 of us that are still alive. So now what? I go back to here? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know that the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is a stainless steel and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue is where the bodies are. Another one of the victims is Well, even though the victims that got executed are in there, or not victims, the killers. I can't let my emotions take control now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. The headmaster's room, headmaster. Oh yeah, coming straight for you. Oh, this is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Kuya. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with files and thick books. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry? It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So in other words...
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room? Ooh, it did say that. That's right. It also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed there along with hers,
In other words...
there could be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. She left all them papers on the floor. The uneven tearing, the way that the paper had been crumpled. She must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
Side note, whoever's on the piano, going crazy. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. Who's right, Mr. Mastermind? It's just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Well, it wasn't that good if she lost that fast. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. She wasn't that good. Mukuro was a part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there could be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it was the Mastermind, or maybe it means the Mastermind was even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought. Or should I probably point out one other thing? Oh, but there's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? Yeah, we now know what she looks like. A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Well, it's right next to her name. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5'7", 97 pounds, and it even lists her something. Well, what do you think? What do I think? You're asking me like if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back out to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... I don't know what he's trying to say. There's a chance that the body isn't actually Mukuro. Ooh. Okay. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? They're so good at this. That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Kuya's errand boy. You're really not. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. He's gonna be like, stay away from her. Don't get too close. It's not that we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me, unlike Eat. No, I'm playing. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. He think he the ultimate clairvoyant. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. He think he the clairvoyant. Huh? The body's gone. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I better go check just to be sure. We should have checked the biolab. Actually, we didn't have to do all this. I didn't find anything close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the bot we should have checked? But the corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says the biolab. I didn't know he was gonna say that. Then this originally came from the Makoto, you don't have pennies and nickels in there. You don't have that, so stop acting like that. It's that pickaxe. On the handle it says, Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. Ooh, are they gonna try to say that Mondo is the mastermind? This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange. Because that's where that door is with his face on it.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're... Why do you think she's in there? Yeah, I can't help but to wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Didn't you just say you wanted to prove how useless you weren't? Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Yeah, she was. She was, but I'm here. No, I wasn't trying to click on that. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Girl. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? All right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much... easier than I expected. What's in there? What's in there? There was no explosion. Thankfully, it's eerily quiet. My first impression was... Whoa! This place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Okay, not a lot of things to check. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hidefumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Why do we keep saying cockpit? Then that could mean...
Okay.
All right, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing, but you wouldn't open the door, but you're willing to start pushing buttons. You just can't, or whatever, something like this. What if you get exploded? But it was too late. Girl, you don't piss me off. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. She summoned him. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says data center. So it pops up in the room. Data center. I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with names of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Hina. I'll handle it. There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now I need to go check out the data center. Okay. Can we go inside the hatch? Did I just hear what I think I heard? He's like, you rang? Is that Monokuma? He's not gonna say anything. Hey. Oh. Give me all your donuts. Is that? Wow. So she's controlling. So she's on the mic. Oh man, busted. How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera setup? You didn't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it, Hina.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Get away from her right now. I guess that settles it. The room with Monokuma drawing on it and the panel with the control panel inside. So we go back and check out that hatch. Whoa, hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. I just said that. For real? Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind had been... I just said that. Why are we repeating lines? And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all those monitors. Kyoko's theory was right.
But
If the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means that they've been inside the school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, is really the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? There's always a way. There's always a way. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like the face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
because I mean,
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. All right, where to? Where to? As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? It just locked. Ooh. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. I hope that doesn't mean everything else is locked. But why? Because the mastermind was hiding in that hatch. Of course it's locked, because the data center is restricted. The mastermind was just in there. No fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey.
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Benefit. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. They actually broke you down in the last episode or two. That room. You must have, as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room? Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
you're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there. We didn't see the hatch. The hatch. The hatch. The hatch. The hatch. The hatch. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? I was thorough. I clicked on it. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? Was I supposed to check it again? No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. Was I supposed to check it again?
Too bad.
That hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you to tell the others. Well, I hope that the others got a chance to go up in there. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So how'd they get in? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most out of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means climb your ass up in there. I have to do it. Ooh, this is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up in here or something. Okay. Oh. Oh, I just keep going then. Okay. There's some secrets in here. This room really doesn't feel like a student's room. I like that plant in the back. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? It's this right here. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something? Defect?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
He's always asking questions. There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? We need to go in there. I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? Bust it down. A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not even sure you can call it a trick. I saw a program on a PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and/or numbers. We really can't go from there. You're right, there's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. Watch it be Kyoko, I don't know. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, there's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some more info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know. The ultimate despair is not one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kirigiri failure. Ooh, burn. But any information about the headmaster is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Oh my gosh. It's a little scary. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example...
What?
Now, I said that. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure? Come on, I'm rushing, I'm clicking. It's not like you need my permission, but if you want to try it. Do whatever you want. Okay.
It would seem...
Okay. How the heck do I try it? Where do I enter it in at? You know, I'm glad I thought about trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. Try it.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and I turned to face the computer. Let me just type in the password. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, beep! Oh, it exploded. Oh, what? That did it? Kyoko, it worked. She's like, what the heck? Why? Why would you make this my password? Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Oh. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing in that picture. Yikes. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I want to look at that picture. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably.
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Me? So you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Open it up. Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, just open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. I was about to say, is it a severed head? It's a skull. It was bones. Whose bones? Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. Who could have possibly imagined? Is it her dad?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Is it her dad? How could you have known that? There were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. Dang. What did dad do? Oh gosh. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. What about him? That it's her father.
Correct.
What you found in the box is her daddy. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
That most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Of course she's calm. She don't care about that man. Or she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all the ties. But was that all there was to it? Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Okay, I want to see this picture. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of Kyoko? I got something.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet, to now find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. Oh, she is a little hurt. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster still had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
I wanted to face him and tell him about myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Yeah. There's some terrible dads out there. There's some terrible fathers out here. I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around first. Okay. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff. It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? She said check. He always asking something. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to this job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. On to the next. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue. I really want to check it out, but I don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. She just said. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Our lives are depending on it, Makoto.
Because
I never let anything get in the way of the investigation. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, it's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
in other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It would prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it? Makoto. She said yes. Makoto, can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Oh.
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to just be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again. Oh, maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were gonna say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that could be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Okay. No, give her some time. Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I'm sure it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. They killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster. How many times can we say they killed him? But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is one of them students. Yep. Next. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. And everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Kuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, Kyoko. And only those 6 people. Why are we saying the same things over and over? Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Where are we gonna go? A giraffe. They tore this room up. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Yeah, I ain't checking all these. Maybe this one. I wonder if I can open this locker. Locked. There's a card reader installed on the door, maybe an e-handbook. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, he does have the universal, yep. It's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school, and you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the key reader. It's not gonna work. And then you have the other one. Maybe the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. But, yeah. Yeah, come on. I took out the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and there we go. Open it up. Just what I was hoping for. Now, let's see. Oh. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belonged to has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? It can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Hero? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notepads stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act casual and as natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro. There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? This notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Yikes. All right, yeah, scan that thing, get up in there. Looks like the locker open, yeah. This thing's practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. Well, you better open it up right now. Don't nobody care about no privacy, open it up. It looks like girls' handwriting. And all the letters were spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote them must have really been meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the others who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens that to be the headmaster and my father. So is it Kyoko's book? He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it is not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. Can't imagine a worse father. It's gotta be Kyoko's. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. Couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote in here completely contradicts what she had already told me. She said she had seen her dad since he left when she was little. She got her memory wiped. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Oh, didn't I just read this? The headmaster and my father. What does all this mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, they had to have belonged to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in these lockers that look like they belong to people here? Well, y'all's minds got... A notebook seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. That's it.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASAP possible.
Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, automatically takes me there. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Makoto. Why do you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Bye, Hiro. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. It was like he's trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Why does he do this every time?
I am Monokuma!
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in this envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope. Grab that thing. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and I opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Am I in there? It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. Is that what that said? It was everyone who's come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Kuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Taka is so rude. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, look, he covering up Junko face. Then this girl is... Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? Where was I at? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird by itself. Where am I? I don't see. And we're all wearing matching. I don't see him. I don't remember anything like this. And now I'm looking at it. It's not even everyone. Yeah, it's not. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one that's not in the picture. Everyone has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then that could mean, could it be? And everyone else, and just me, everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know. So I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That would be totally out of the left field. Oh, he's malfunctioning. I guess this means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does this count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is this what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all of this up. Oh gosh. Alright y'all, this video has become long enough. Still debating if I even want to split this up into 2 videos because we got a lengthy video right now and I don't even know how much longer we have to investigate. And we still got the class trial. But anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Didn't we find out some information? This is messy. I mean, it's been messy, but thoughts as to who the mastermind is out of the 15, 16 students. Are they trying to say I'm the mastermind, but they wiped my mind and I don't remember it? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Sticking it out with me for almost to the end. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. 'Cause I don't mind spending